in my picture. Is it cut off?
Oh, it is?
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Friday Night Unmasked. It has been quite a while, but it is good to see everybody. I'm Roger, this is Jan, and wow, the past 90 days,
Crazy.
exciting. This has been an awesome journey, and I just want to start by saying we love Knoxville. We've made it our home, and Jan, I want to start by thanking you because you have worked so hard to make this happen. I had to come to Knoxville and B97.5, great opportunity. Started in October, but Jan didn't get here till mid-November. So she kept the home fires burning back in Lakeland. And she and Mama Jean just really made it happen. We're all moved in our home. Things are going great. And speaking of Mama Jean, she wanted to join us tonight. And she wants to tell everybody hi. But she made a new friend today.
She did. Yeah.
Tell them who she met.
Dermatologist.
Yeah, Dr. Whittle. And Dr. Whittle did something on her face. And she is so upset about it because she said, I'm not going on there with a Band-Aid on my lip. She still looks beautiful.
Aww.
And she hopes to join us. I said, can you make us next Friday night on Friday Night Unmasked? And she said, if it's healed up, I will join you. So she's downstairs getting ready for an NBA game.
Of course.
Getting ready for the NFL playoffs. She's a huge Drew Brees fan. She loves Drew Brees. But there's kind of a hitch in the giddy up here because, you know, we lived in Central Florida for about 14, 15 years. So the Buccaneers are playing the Saints.
Right.
So she's not sure who she wants to cheer for. She's not a big Tom Brady fan. But she's a Bucs fan. So she's going through for Drew Brees. But, of course, we are really disappointed that the Tennessee Titans got knocked out. Doggone it. That was tough.
That hurt.
Jan and I are big Kansas City Chiefs fans, so we pray and hope that they beat the Cleveland Browns. Hey, if you're joining us live tonight on Facebook, Friday Night Unmasked, why do we call it Unmasked? Because we are virtually social distancing.
Yep.
And we want to see everybody smile. So you're virtual. We can take our mask off, just have a good time and kick off the weekend. And we just have a lot of people to thank. Jan and Mama Jean, thank you for making this happen. We'd also like to thank our good friend Renee Butler. Man, got our house sold in 2 weeks, closed in a month. And then Randy Browning with United Moving. I tell you what, really, really helped out. I'm having a blank here, Jan. I remember Felix. Who was the other driver we had?
Oh, gosh.
Was it Jeb?
Jeb,
It was Jeb.
It was
Jeb and Felix were awesome. They were supposed to be a crew of 4. They did it by themselves. Both of them. They were monsters. And you're going to meet a lady here named Michele Silva that really wants to meet Felix. And here in just a second from the B Morning Show, she heard about Felix. Felix was like tough. He had these army boots on, and he would put 3 boxes on his back, a strap around the front, and another one in his arms, and walk up the stairs here in our new home. Yeah.
Crazy.
It was crazy. And this guy wasn't young. But great job. And also a big thank you to Holly McCrae and her team here in Knoxville. They did a phenomenal job. Helped us find a home in 1 weekend. And then Emily, boom, knocks it out of the park, gets us here.
Go get her.
And we are just so excited. It's been a great 90 days. And we got to say thank you to Midwest Communications. The team there, this is like a dream gig to come true. You know, Duke Wright, thank you. Shane Cox, thank you. Randy Ross, Jeff McCarthy, Mike Shepard, Tracy Johnson. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to the B Morning Show. There she is. Michele, Ashley Adams and Michele Silva. Now, how did you do that? You know, Ashley, I don't know if you just saw what happened.
I did.
Michele had our artist on, and she doesn't have any control of the show here with the TV switcher. How did you do that, Michele?
I don't know I'm technically challenged, so
I think I don't think this is true because it was like, and then the picture switched back. This is awesome. And Ashley Adams, Michele Silva, the B Morning Show on B97.5. I just want to thank you for allowing me to join the team. This has been a fun 90 days, and you two are awesome.
Oh, we love you.
We do. We're having so much fun.
Yeah, we are thankful that you're here and that Mama Jean is here and that Jan is here. It's just a blast in the mornings.
It really is.
Can
It's
I
fun.
tell them that I call you Dad sometimes?
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Michelle, about 2 weeks
That's
ago, Jan and Ashley, she starts calling me Dad, and I think this week you started calling Ashley Mom.
Well, your mom, I mean, she's mom, you're dad, and you guys are always reminding me, oh, fill up your gas tank. It's going to be cold. And this and that. Make sure you do this. So I said, okay, Mom. Okay, Dad.
We just want to make it clear, though. If you end up in jail, neither one of us knows.
Unavailable.
Oh, I might have a get out of jail free card.
Maybe Jan will help me out if that ever happens. But Ashley, let's find out a little bit about you. What do you like to do on the weekends?
I love golfing. I love hiking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big hiker, and have done a lot of hiking. I don't know if I'm going to hike this weekend, but I know one thing I am going to do. I'm going to donate blood. Medic Regional Blood Center had mentioned, Michelle, you had this in the newscast today, that they're looking for folks to give blood. I've got one of those, not real rare, but rare enough. And so I think it's my time now to go ahead and donate. So I'll get that done this weekend. I may do some trimming of my trees, pruning. I think I can get a maple.
No, Ashley,
it's
you
gonna be
know
too
it's
cold
going to
for
be
that.
kind of chilly.
That's fine. You can still get out there, do a little, run back inside. Do a little, run back inside.
You know, that's kind of funny. Jan just made a comment. In Florida, we love Florida. It was our home for 15 years. Made some many friends, dear friends and family. But you sweat everywhere you go. Even in the winter, you would sweat. But here, it's like I have found an ice scraper or two that we had in a box for many years. The defroster works. The four-wheel drive on the Jeep works. You know, we had snow on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
What's Michelle doing?
I don't know.
Is she showing off her
I'm trying
hair?
to pull it up on my computer, and I'm trying to figure out how to pull it up on my computer so I can watch it once I'm done talking.
Well, surely you should be able to do that since you got Dave on prematurely because you were so excited that you connected him.
No, he sent us a message.
Okay. Hey, if you're watching tonight, Friday Night Unmasked, welcome to the show. I'm Roger. This is Jan with Ashley and Michelle. Ashley and Michelle are on the B Morning Show with B97.5. Hey, if you've got a comment, type it in. We'd love to hear from you. Looks like Steve Johnson is checking in here. And it's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah, it has.
And I need to, there we go. All right, let's make sure that we can get our comments going here. What does Steve have to say? I've got something blocking it. Michelle, would you come over here and help me with this, please?
Yeah, right.
Hey, Steve, we miss you too. Thanks for checking in this evening, and hope you guys are well and everybody's safe down there in Central Florida. Thanks for your comment tonight. We do appreciate that. All right, we know that Ashley's going to trim her trees. We also know that Ashley likes to golf and hike. Now, Michelle, what are you going to do this weekend? This is kind of cool. You like to get out and about, but it's 7 o'clock on a Friday night, and you're actually hanging out with Ashley, Jan, and I.
Yeah, I just got in the door. Notice I'm near my door. Just got in the door from helping out with Care Cuts today, which is it's an organization, a ministry, which cares for the homeless. And every Sunday, usually every Sunday and every holiday, they feed them a nice warm meal. They get showers if they'd like. They get warm clothes. They get a haircut. All kinds of snacks, food, entertainment, a little bit of prayer here and there. It's a wonderful ministry, and I've been involved with that for the past few months now. And then so like days like today, I got some wonderful donations. Thank you, Ashley, and some of the other people at work. Everybody's been so great about it and just loaded up the cars. We had warm clothes, we had snacks, we had food, we had sandwiches, thanks to Susan Hollingsworth at work, and Valerie Anderton, and who else? Gina. In our sales department, and Michael Brody gave me money to go out and get things. We were handing out gloves and blankets, warm clothes and socks, and just make sure our homeless people out there who, you know, cannot go into shelters or won't go into shelters, and those that are, you know, hidden way out in the camps, we reach them, we provide them with all these warm clothes. And so we've been doing that since about noon today.
Well, Michelle,
so
thank you.
that's why I have a hat on, and I'm just a little, you know, comfy.
You look
but
great.
yeah, so
Hey, how can somebody help with Care Cuts. Such a great organization. Is there a website? Can we send them to our website at B97.5? How can we get there, Michele?
Yes, I have some links on our site because I've done some stories there and podcasts. But you could even go to carecutsnox.org and you can link up right there. It's even better to follow them on Facebook because it says the exact need, like what we need as far as clothing and whatnot. Say for Sunday, that's what they'll probably list. What do we need? Volunteers to come help, because what we do is, we're helping them, giving them coffee, and everything's social distance. We're very good about that. And so if they take a shower, we're cleaning out the shower after each use. Then they have to take a shower before they can get a haircut. And then instead of just letting them go and get their own clothes, okay, what's your size and so forth, and they'll have a personal shopper.
Oh, nice.
And bring them some clothes. So very well organized.
Michele, what are some of the needs with Care Cuts here in Knoxville and East Tennessee? How can we really put teeth in this and help you and this organization out?
Big part is the donations as far as the clothing. I mean, you think of the homeless, and I'm learning so much as I go along too. So like clothing is a big deal because you figure you have no place to wash your clothes.
Right.
So you're wearing these clothes for days and then you got to throw them away. So they need clean clothes. They need warm clothes right now. Socks are a big deal. Socks, underwear. What else? We passed out gloves. That, it's all the warm stuff right now. When we were out there, it's just amazing. And people, we go out to them and we educate them a little on Care Cuts. Hey, you need to come out here on Sundays. You get all this free stuff, give you a warm meal. And they also get resources, which I think is a wonderful part of this ministry, because it's not just like, hey, here's some clothes, here's a haircut, here's a shower, here's some food. It's also, okay, how can we help you move to the next step? Like something as simple as getting an ID. How do you get an ID when you're homeless? Well, Miss Marty of Haircuts, she knows. She'll help them find, you need a shelter, you need a place to stay. She can guide you. Is it Carm? She knows all the different shelters, different ministries that they need to get involved with, different organizations and so forth, as far as for rehab. Because a lot of these homeless people, a lot of them, unfortunately, they are on drugs. They're addicted to certain things. I mean, we met a gentleman this afternoon, and as we were packing up for our last little run there, he came walking up to my car and he had a sweatshirt. You could tell he was so cold. He was just going to use the restrooms. There's some porta johns out there. And we started talking. I said, are you hungry? My car was loaded with snacks and everything. So I started filling him a bag, and then the guy started getting him clothes and everything out of the clothing area. And then he started telling me his story. He goes, I'm really sorry. He goes, but I am on drugs. And I'm like, okay, we want to help you. What can we do?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they do what they can. And then, hey, do you have any other buddies? Where are they? And then we went to their camp.
Michele, I got to tell you and Ashley, that's one of the reasons I really love being a part of the B Morning Show. You both are so involved in the community. I mean, that's one great example. And we're going to have other community partners here in Knoxville on Friday night Unmasked so we can help. Everybody does a little part, and we're going to help people because we love to do that. We also, every once in a while, we just like to have a little bit of fun on the show. Just a little bit of fun in the morning with the morning show. And, Ashley, I know that you're thinking the same thing. What's new with your hot tub, Michele?
Is it in?
I have the hot tub. What are you talking about? I have the hot tub.
Is
it going? Did you get it hooked up?
It's not hooked. Hopefully this week.
Well, now wait a minute. You had some guy coming to hook it up today, and you had to get home.
I don't know, but I've been busy this week, and then with the weather, and it's been a little cold, and I went through how many different electricians, how many different.
Whoa! The electrician that you had was awesome. What did you say, Ashley? He climbed up and went through the vaulted ceiling and dropped it down.
Oh, they went through it was amazing. That was the third one. The other ones, you're going to have to drop it out here and be around. Yeah. So I finally got a great electrician. His name is Rick. I can't think, where did I put his business card? I would love to give him the card right now, but if you need his number, let me know because he was fantastic.
Which brings us back to Ashley's topic this morning on the B Morning Show at B97.5 about, share that with us again.
There are some things that men should just know. Right? Like, for instance, if you go, well, the car battery's dead. You know how to jump it, right? And they go, well, yeah, I do. But if they say no, you go, wait a minute. You know, just like I think every woman should probably know how to make gravy. Or make a cake from scratch or something, right? A guy should know charging a battery, changing a tire, climbing a ladder, doing electric.
Yeah. Hey, Michelle, what do you think of a guy that can do things like that around the house? What does that do for you?
That's sexy to me.
That's awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
It lights her up.
I don't know how I made it with her. If that's sexy, I don't know what she's thinking about me.
No, it is when a man just can kind of take control and say, I got this. Or, let me at least look at it and see if I can figure it out.
Yeah.
Other than, no, I don't know anything about plumbing. I don't know how to do it. No. At least
I don't know. A man that can crawl through the roof and come down the other side sounds
Hang from my vaulted ceilings and, hey, baby, let's plug it in over here. Let's fire up the hot tub.
Bubbles.
Love it. Love it.
Wait, which kind of bubbles?
Well, now, you said this was going to be a multi-purpose tub. That's what you told us on the show.
Oh, I was kidding. I said by the time all the effort and everything that was going into it, I said, yeah, I'm going to be washing my clothes in that tub.
And your dog.
Oh.
Oh, my battery's off. And the dog. Well, Margot doesn't like water, so.
Hey, Ashley, you have a wonderful son, G. Tell us about G. What's he up to?
I love G. Now, he's on virtual learning right now. So today he was here learning. And then he had soccer practice at high school this afternoon. He's been having soccer practice. He also does club soccer. And I think they've got a tournament up in Gatlinburg, January the 23rd. So we'll be freezing on the sidelines while he plays. He started driving when he turned 16. And I just, we about took out some mailbox. He took off don't let him hear me. A side mirror. Yeah.
I've done that stuff. What are you talking about?
When he hit the side mirror off, right, I tried not to panic or make him upset. So I said, let's stop the vehicle. We'll go ahead and get out now. When he got out, I never found him again. I think he ran in the house and he was worried I was going to be mad.
Aww.
Which I wasn't, and all that. But we went through that with the driving, but I mean, this kid I'm so blessed. He's just the greatest guy. Helps me out around the house, knows how to jump start a car, Michelle. But just the love of my life. He just, he's fun. He's got a single mom, which means he's always been able to sit like with the group of us and just have a conversation. That's what I love about him. He's a storyteller. So
much like his mother.
And he's just started liking NFL. I came down, he was watching the Titans. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, so, Ashley, we can't wait to meet G. We can't wait for you two to meet Mama Jean. You've met Jan during the interview process, but we've all been very socially distanced, and we're very safe in the studio. If you watch some of our videos from the B Morning Show, there's plexiglass between us, and we do wear our masks. And we have a thick plexiglass because every once in a while, just every once in a while, it doesn't happen a lot, we like to laugh, and we bust out laughing, which isn't good with COVID because it can spread some germs. But thank you, too. Thank you, and we'd like to welcome everybody, or invite everybody to join us on Monday morning at 7:25. It's the $1,000 Minute.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
It's been a while since we gave away $1,000. Might have been a few weeks now.
It has been about a month, Michelle, and we love to give away the boss's money. That's so much fun. and we just love to have questions like, what do you name a female donkey?
Ooh, did you like that answer?
That was question number 10 this morning. It was Jenny.
It's a Jenny.
Janny. That's what you call a female donkey, but he used another term that started with JAC or something like that.
Yeah.
Probably what I would have guessed.
Huh?
Probably what I would have guessed.
Yeah. You blew your coffee all over the screen there when he said that. So, hey,
Hey,
Michelle.
but we have plexiglass.
Yeah, we do. So we clean that every once in a while too. You have a special day coming up Monday.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you.
Birthday.
Happy birthday to
birthday.
you.
Maybe our
I'll have-
musical guest will sing you happy birthday here in a few minutes.
Who
Oh,
knows?
he's great
Oh,
about
yeah.
that. Dave Landeo, he's one of my favorite people. I've known Dave for probably like 20 years, ever since I came here to Tennessee. Used to go watch him play at the Spot.
Yeah.
That's one of
At the
my favorite
spot.
places.
Okay.
Tiny little place. It doesn't exist anymore, but I go there every time Dave was playing.
Oh.
Once again, we welcome everybody to Friday Night Unmasked. I'm Roger with my wife Jan, Ashley Adams, Michele Silva from the B Morning Show, B97.5 here in Knoxville. And we are just having a great time. We're just getting started. We invite you to join the show. And I want to introduce you to another friend of ours. But before we do that, please comment on Facebook here. We'd love to answer any questions you have. We'll put them on the screen, and we'll just have some fun here tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, whoa, wait a minute. Somebody wants to wish you a happy birthday, Michele. That would be Christy Landeo.
Oh, thank you. And you know,
Landeo.
Christy can sing too.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Is she going to
Yes.
sing with Dave here in a little bit?
I would love
I
her
don't
to.
think so.
Okay, all right.
That's
Okay.
right.
All right, looks like Joey wants to wish Michele a happy birthday. So
Oh, thank you, Joey.
you betcha. All right, you two, can you hang around for just a little bit?
Sure.
Michele,
Sure.
no hot date or
Can I-
anything? Don't have to go or anything?
Well, I do have to get in the shower.
Okay. All right.
But
Well,
I got to plug up my phone. My battery's about to die.
okay. All right. Well, plug up your phone because, ladies and gentlemen, here is Sweet Tea from Tennessee. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh.
I had to spit out my cough drop because if I didn't, everybody be like, "Oh, look, it's typhoid Terry." I didn't need that. I got a little cough in me, but can't cough anywhere in public.
I
People like,
know.
you got, typhoid.
They want to put you in jail if you cough or sneeze.
Well, Roger, you act like I ain't never been in jail. You know why people come to, people coming to Tennessee? They come on vacation, they leave on probation, and come back on violation.
Oh.
Crazy Terry,
That's
you're
my
still in the
family right there.
bathtub. What are you hanging out in the bathtub for?
I ain't in the bath. Why do you tell everybody everything? You know, it's the only place I can find privacy. If they come near the door, I'm like, I'm naked. And I got maxi pads and they'll all run. I got all boys, they'll run like the wind. So it's helpful.
How was your Christmas?
Oh, Lord God, Roger, you know my family's crazy. So my husband, he's all smart. Ain't that handy, but he knows the computer. Anyway, because he's like, hey, he kept pushing mute on my microphone. I'm like, hey, you can't just do that everywhere. Anyway, so my family, we decided we were going to do a Zoom at Christmas. You know, my three crazy sisters, Cindy, Vicky, and Tammy, and my mama. Well, Tammy and my mama were together. So Tammy and my mama, they FaceTime me. And then my sister Vicky, she FaceTime Craig. And then my sister Cindy, she FaceTime my son. And I'm like, dear Lord, this is not Zoom. And they're like, yeah, it is. We've seen all the squares. I'm not going to stack up the phones. What is wrong with them? And then we were going to open our present. So every time somebody opened a present, I'm like, oh, turn the phone to vacancy. Turn the phone to vacancy.
Exactly.
I'm practically a producer is what I am. I'll tell you right now. So anyway, that was crazy if you can be. So, I forgot to tell you what happened today right before Christmas, Roger. You're
What?
just going to die. I was driving downtown, because I'm fancy and posh. I was driving downtown, and as I'm driving, this little frog jumped up on my dashboard.
Oh.
Inside the
I ain't
vehicle.
I was like, I'm going to pee and poop my car. And I'm like, thank God I opted for the leather. And so I keep driving. I get to my destination. So while I'm driving, I slow down. I'm like, here, frog, you need to know this while you're staring at me. If you jump on me, we both going to die. You need to know I'm going to wreck and you're going down. Didn't move, just kept there staring at me. And I'm like, I know you ain't no little prince because I ain't going to kiss you. Next thing I know, or I don't want, is a 7-year-old kid who thinks they're royalty. So anyway, I get to my destination. I open up the door and I get out real slowly, and then the frog just jumps out. I'm like, well, glad I could give you a ride. Anyway, it was nerve wracking. I was crazy all day. So anyway, let me go back to my Christmas. You know, I'm ADD, which means nothing adds up with me. So anyway, so my sisters, we were going to open our presents from each other and see what everybody got. My sister Tammy got me this shirt with sequins all over it. I'm like,
Wow.
where do you think I'm going to go with sequins? And they're like, well, you know what? You are highfalutin in a big wig, so we thought you'd like it. I'm like, well, I'll just wear this all fancy in my kitchen. Lord. So then my sisters kept going on. They're like, you're so highfalutin and you're so big wig. And I'm like, oh, because I can complete a sentence. I'm all fancy. Well, anyway, I'm like, I am not all falutin and I'm not all fancy because you know what I do? I basically drive an Uber for frogs.
Oh.
No, life is hard. It's hard here in Tennessee.
Yeah.
It can be.
You know why I'm called Sweet Tea?
Why?
No.
Well, because everybody likes sweet tea, and if you don't like sweet tea, you're from the north, and I don't care.
That's true. Yeah.
Look at my fancy tea. You know why?
Oh,
'Cause I'm
wow.
posh.
Oh.
That's a nice glass, Terry.
Isn't it all fancy? My other sister gave that to me, and my mom was like, oh my God, do you drink wine? I'm like, Mama, I drink it all the time out of the mug, and then I just blow on it so everybody thinks I got tea. I'm like, ooh.
Hey,
You know,
Sweet
that's
Tea.
great on Zoom calls, just saying.
Sweet Tea, how's your son doing in the pandemic?
Oh my gosh, sometimes you try to raise them right, and what happens is, he goes to the University of Florida and he's a Gator.
Oh, no.
I don't know what happened. I don't. So anyway, so he goes to Florida, and then him and his roommate, they are working with the football team there. I don't know what he does. He is little and skinny and tall, and I'm like, what do you do with the football team? Do they throw you around? Do they kick you through the little square things? I don't know. So anyway, he gets the COVID. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was a nervous wreck. Got a headache, lost his appetite. Lord God, what he didn't need to do. Well, then he calls me and like, Mama, we're doing all better. We can smell beer. And I'm like, what? And he goes, I'm making bread.
Great
Yeah.
We're
college
making
kid.
bread. I'm like, you are not making bread. Lord. Every time I call him, he says, I'm living my best life. And I say, that's what I'm afraid of. But now he has the antibodies. So he got to come home for Christmas with his antibodies. You know what I told him his antibodies did? Kept him away from girls. Because you antibody. His dating with the COVID is hard because you have to meet someone. They're like, so the last person you saw, did they wear a mask? And if they did, was it on correctly? And then it's like, have you been tested? And it's like, if you were with a group of people, did you wear a mask? Was everybody wearing one correctly? It's just a lot of questions out there. It's hard to date.
Yeah.
I don't mind it, though. I'm fine with that. I don't need a crazy daughter-in-law. I got 3 sisters, a mama, my Uncle Ernest who runs the still. I don't need more craziness in my family. If they go to University of Florida, they crazy because you know why? They from Florida.
Now, wait a minute. Time out, Sweet Tea. You've never mentioned Uncle Ernest.
Roger, I have told you about Uncle Ernest, mine and my still forever.
Oh, you're
I was
still.
telling you about he mines a still. I ain't telling you where it is. You couldn't find it anyway. It's back in the woods. It's right behind this tree we call Wilter.
Whoa. Sweet Tea, thanks
Don't
for
say too
joining us
much.
tonight. We will catch you next
I
Friday.
start talking about alcohol and I have to go. I see how it is. Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good one. Thank
Bye.
you.
Be family friendly. Bye.
Tell Craig hi.
Roger. Okay. Bye.
Bye, Sweet Tea. Hi, Dave. How are you, man?
Hey, doing good.
Welcome, Dave
I'm enjoying
Landeo.
Sweet tea. That was sweet.
Friday night unmasked. Some people just have
Yeah.
too much fun, Dave.
Oh yeah, I
Hey.
love fun.
Hey, thank you so much, Dave. I want to thank you so much for coming on Friday Night Unmasked. You had no idea who Jan and I were,
Mhm.
except that I work for B97.5. And a big thank you to Michele Silva for making this connection, because we like to highlight local entertainment
Mhm.
on our shows. Now, you're in South Carolina, but you are like a legend in Knoxville. Everybody knows who
Oh,
you
well,
are.
thank you. I don't know about that, but well, yeah, I've lived here for about 12 years, but I've managed to come to Tennessee like almost every month since I've been living here, except this last year. But yeah, Tennessee is home. I was born and raised in Nashville. I went to the University of Tennessee, graduated, and that's a good thing. Just just to
Yes, it is a
graduate.
good thing.
Very proud. My wife was a cheerleader at Tennessee, so when I met her and I found that out, I was like, it was meant to be. Just that was the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, what, really? And then we, from then on. But yeah, but we, Tennessee's just dear to our hearts, and I've got a song that I titled Tennessee that I'll be playing as well. So,
Can't wait
but
to-
yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, we can't wait to. You're welcome, and we can't wait to hear some of your music. By the way, there's a tip jar rolling on the bottom of the screen, because many musicians like Dave are trying to perform, trying to feed their families through the pandemic. They're getting a few gigs, but a lot of them are doing them virtually. And so, if you would tip Dave in Venmo or PayPal, that'll be running throughout his performance. And you've been doing some virtual shows even on the beach before it got cold, we understand.
Yes, I kind of got into it accidentally. Well, the first weekend where all the shows were shutting down, my wife and I were sitting there talking about, possibility that, all my gigs in my calendar, because I booked months ahead of time, that they were going to be canceled. And I worked with some agents. And so they were like, hey, this is happening, blah, blah, blah. And so I didn't want to just sit around, not do anything. I mean, I'm always like, whenever I have an obstacle or a challenge, I try to immediately see what assess it, and then I just go try to make it positive. I don't know. I mean, that was what I instinctively did. And so I started doing these Facebook Live performances. I was just going to do one and see how it went like that week. And then I ended up doing it 6 days a week for like 3 months.
Wow.
But I wanted to make it interesting instead about just like, oh, here's Dave playing some covers. So I had a few things that I was part of the criteria. Was the backdrop had to be something interesting, preferably the beach, a body of water, a fountain, something in Charleston or Mount Pleasant, Sullivan's Island, Isle of Palms. And then I would do at least one original on every show, and then I would do just select covers, whatever people would request, either online, because on Facebook Live I could see their names and then be like, hey Dave, can you do this song? And I would do that. But I had every day I prepared for the show. I spent several hours just kind of prepping, getting the words together, the keys to certain songs. And I was challenging myself, like, okay, well, let me try Crazy on You by Heart. And I would do that, I would do like Trees by Rush, just different songs besides the regular covers. But so I ended up having a show that I called the Happy Half Hour Dave. And midway through there, I had this little, that was my little merch.
Cool.
Yeah. And I start my show, hey, welcome to Happy Half Hour with Dave. And, people, usually for the shows, I'd be on location, would have a water, but not tonight. It's Friday night, Unmasked.
Can we still get one of those, Dave? How can we get one of those for our beers?
I will definitely send you one. I'll definitely send.
Well, how can somebody watching? Is there a website or an Instagram page?
Yes, well, they can reach me through davelandeo.com.
Okay.
Because I have my website, my phone number's on there, and they can text me. But I had so many people that ordered, hundreds, that I ended up, selling, or, people requested donations. Venmo, PayPal got me through those months. And then the summer I started gigging back here in Charleston. But I continued to do the show 3 days a week. But because of work and everything that's going on, now I'm doing it every Wednesday at 5 p.m. I'll be on location somewhere, preferably unless it's raining. Like right now, it's pouring. And then people can still talk to me, and it's been challenging and fun for me, because it keeps my my guitar playing up, my singing, just to give you an idea, I think I've done about 150 shows, and in those shows I've done about over 700 covers and about 140 originals.
Wow.
And so it's all live, so there's no redo. I make a mistake, I hit a wrong chord, it's all live. And also I'm just sitting there on the beach talking to this phone. So it's weird. People would be sitting there walking by or jogging or looking at me like, okay. But they understand because a lot of people have seen, I haven't run into other musicians doing it, but I know they do it around here in Charleston and in the area and on the beaches. But it's been an amazing year, and I've been very grateful to the regulars. The people have watched, like there's at least, usually live, there's not a whole lot of views. The first weeks there was maybe about 100 live. I think was the most I had, 120, which is a lot. But then now it's maybe about 20 or 30. But then the views later, so people know they can watch it in the convenience, can be up to like 300, up to 2,000.
That's great.
And that's just one show.
Right.
Yes.
So I've got it all saved on Facebook. So if you're ever bored and want to sit around, there's a lot of crazy moments on. You can go back April 14 and see what I sound. I'll do like a Prince, a Guess Who song, Led Zeppelin, and all that kind of thing. So it's been really just a really surreal experience for me, and I'm just grateful to be playing. I'm a musician. That's all. That's all I was doing for years. But I'm also a businessman, and as far as like production and taking care of all the necessary things, maximizing my resources. That's what I should have said at the beginning. When I had the conversation with my wife, I was like, okay, how can I maximize my resources? It didn't matter if I was a ditch digger or a surgeon. During these times and challenging times, you have to find what you can contribute and be a productive citizen or person. And so anyhow, I think I found my purpose, and maybe not. But
Thank you for sharing that, Dave. Words of wisdom in times like these. That's awesome.
No, thank you. I try to take the positive out of it and make an example also for my family. And things aren't easy always, and so just gotta. It's ironically, I don't want sympathy, but a year ago I fell off a ladder doing work outside, and I broke my distal radius, and so I never broken anything before. And I talk about challenging being a guitar player.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But you know what? I adapted. The first thing I did when I came back from the hospital was I had my big cast, and I was like, and it was like,
We can't wait to hear you, Dave.
as long as I could make noise, and from there I adapted. 5 weeks was it was challenging, but I got through it. But anyhow, so thank you for having me on the show. If you want, I'll play some songs and tell you a little bit about what's going on.
Let's do it. That'd be great.
Okay.
I got a question.
And welcome to East Tennessee.
Thank
by the
you.
way, Roger.
We're
Thank
honored
you.
to be here. We're excited about this.
Michelle had a question.
Oh, I had a question.
Okay, that's
Yes.
Michele Silva.
How do I share it for a watch party right now?
Oh, his or me? Are you talking about him? Roger?
You'll have to go on your Facebook. And
Uh-huh.
I tell you what, we've got some experts watching this show, Friday Night Unmasked. So please message that in the comments. Help Silva get a watch party going as Dave takes it away live.
All right. I got a new t-shirt, soon to be my favorite. Never gonna take it off until I hit someone somewhere. So I'm gonna wear it wherever I go. If I'm running a beach or going to a concert show, let it roll. In the Jeep with a bikini top on. Let's go where the wind meets the sun. Doesn't matter what we do, as long as it's cool with you. And I'm wearing my summer t-shirt. All these people will wear my summer tee. Come on now. When I'm wearing my favorite t-shirt, all these people will wear my favorite tee. I got another t-shirt of a real cool band with tour dates all over the world on the back. I'm gonna give it to my girl, cause she's been sleeping in mine and I want it back. Let it go. In the Jeep with bikini top on. Let's roll, roll, where the wind meets the sun. Doesn't matter what we're doing, long as cool with you. And I'm wearing my favorite t-shirt. Always cool when I'm wearing my favorite tee. And I love my summer t-shirt. Always cool when I'm wearing my favorite tee.
Dave Landeo live. Friday Night Unmasked. Thank you, Dave. That was an original, right?
I actually have t-shirts that say my favorite summer t-shirts. I had those made and I sold them all, and but I'm going to get a new batch for this coming summer, so something to look forward to.
Excellent. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you. I wanted to mention, it's so ironic that you guys were talking about haircuts, and this has nothing to do with that, what we talked about earlier. So speaking of t-shirts, and I've got some over here that I had. So this t-shirt, so part of what I was doing during COVID, besides having the, the koozie and then the show and the interaction, I wanted to be as positive and reach out to like philanthropic activism, or at least recognizing people that were in doing good for their communities, wherever they were at. Mm-hmm. So I thought, you know what? It just came to me. It's called hashtag effort.
Awesome.
And I got my little logo there. It's not really promotion for me. What it was is recognition for people or people that did things in the community. And I was only, so far I've got like 4 different communities. A couple of them were in Knoxville, and one or two are down from here in the Charleston area. But I recently reached out to a friend of mine, Greg Scalf, who works for KIG. And every Sunday I kept seeing on Facebook that he's doing this thing with the homeless. And I'm like, I reached out to him. Michelle knows Greg. And I was like, wait a minute.
He volunteered.
Yeah, and I reached out to him just like a couple of days ago. And I said, man, you know what? Can I give you one of these shirts? And what I do is I send it to them. They take a picture of it, and then I put like a little posting on Facebook, and just to recognize. So it's kind of standing out. It's not really music related, but it's something that I want to so even if it's a little thing that somebody reads on my website or my Facebook and they go, oh shit, what's this about? And so I'm going to send one to Greg next week, and I want to send Michelle one of these, because Michelle, you deserve to be, that's such an awesome program. Nice. The Care Cuts, I love everything about that. So here, reach out your hand, Michelle.
I got it. Thank you.
How cool is that?
I will get your address and all that, and I'll send it to
you,
because it's very cool, like that. Everything that reaching, being part of the community, and that's what it's all about. Doesn't matter what job you do, just everything, just reaching out for everybody to be to help your fellow man, especially in these times.
Amen. Words of hope. Great words this evening, Dave. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, thank you.
And thanks for the shirt.
Yeah. So you want to hear another one?
Oh, please. Sure. Yeah, that first one.
Yeah, I've got tons. I mean, I don't, just let me know. This is like one of my, let's see. I'll do Colorado Sky. I've had a lot of people through the years, they request this song. It's popular in Knoxville. It's popular down here too. And a buddy of mine, Todd Shealy, and I co-wrote this back it was in the late 90s. He was telling me, hey, I got some lyrics. Can you put some music to it? I said, sure. So I just got back from some ski trips in Colorado. And one thing I loved about Colorado is that all those guys that had they were playing on their pre-ski venues were just, cool up there playing their Pure Prairie League, Amy, Van Morrison, Brown Eyed Girl, and it was always acoustic, cool music. So I took that kind of vibe and I came up with this guitar lick for Colorado Sky. They say time goes by so fast. Time seems too slow for me. I guess I didn't take the time to see how you started setting me free. All I remember is a snowy New Year's Day and all those promises we made. That was the last time I saw your pretty face. Now you're gone away, gone away. I remember when we held each other under that Colorado sky, laid down below. When you said goodbye, I can still see those tears in your eyes. Yes, I left you under that Colorado sky. Sometimes I wonder if I see you again. Sometimes I hear your voice in the wind. Sometimes I believe still loving you's a sin. Guess we'll never know till love begins. Love begins. I remember when we held each other under that Colorado sky. We laid down low. When you said goodbye, I can still see those tears in your eyes. Yes, I left you under that Colorado. Yes, I left you under that Colorado sky. Thank you.
Dave
Thank you
Landeo
so
live.
much.
Can I say something to Dave?
Yes,
Sweet
sweet tea.
Dave, just so you know, I was a cheerleader at night school.
Oh,
I did. I'd say, have you got spirit? And if they said, yes, we do, I was like, you got to leave it at the door. So
I
take
hear you,
that,
sweet tea.
people. I liked your songs.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hey, be sure and tip Dave. We've got the Venmo tip jar up here on Friday Night Unmasked, and the PayPal tip jar. He's doing this, entertaining us for free through the pandemic, and we're just having a great time. You got another song for us, Dave?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was going to mention a couple of things, just some projects I got going on real quick.
Okay, cool.
I've been working on some new music. And a lot of my songs, like favorite summer t-shirt's going to be on the new album, and it'll be all on my website. I'll keep up with people. Anybody who wants to join me on Facebook, or they can go to my website, which is davelandeo.com. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook music page. I have a certain page for that one. So just trying to keep up with the Joneses. I tell you, it's hard because there's a lot going on.
It is.
Like music, but music to be an independent musician is a wonderful time now, because as long as you have the creativity and the gumption and the energy or just spend time on your craft, write your songs. But there's so many outlets, like all those that I said, and then also my music's available on Amazon.com, Apple, iTunes, Spotify. So a lot of my originals all you do is just type in my name. That's how easy it is. And so I really appreciate if anybody ever wants to talk to me or have song ideas, etc., which leads me to the next thing. Part of my trying to be productive and different with what's going on, besides doing Zoom shows in the beginning of the pandemic, I got together. I did a couple by myself and then a couple with a duet, where I would do some Zoom corporate parties. I would do Zoom private parties. So that's something that always musicians can do, kind of like
That's
what we're doing
cool.
here.
That's fun.
Yeah, and even FaceTime, if somebody wanted something personal. You know, like I can FaceTime any time of the day. Somebody says, "Hey, I want you to sing happy birthday to somebody," and a lot of that is based on they can either tip or if it's just something that they want. You know, the request. It's very cool. 4 years ago, I got involved in programs called Guitar for Vets. And I was in the Marine Corps, so I'm a vet. And fortunately, I didn't have to go overseas, or I wasn't involved in any kind of skirmish. But it's always been dear to my heart that what the vets put into their
Thank you
lives
for
and
your
their
service,
families
Dave.
around.
Thank you.
So
God
this
bless.
program, Guitar for Vets, is an awesome program. It's national, and so I was working with my my student who's a vet. He was a Vietnam vet. And he's 74 years old, and he was doing great. And then the pandemic hit.
Cool.
So then what we ended up doing, we started Zoom classing, and it's not easy, but it works, you know. And so that's one of the advantages that musicians or anybody in any kind of field can take advantage of, like what you're doing now.
Mhm.
You know, reaching out to people through internet and stuff like that. During Christmas, I was like, you know what? Let me try to be a little creative. So what I did is, instead of like not Christmas grams, I guess it's from watching Will Ferrell in Alf, or I'm sorry, Elf.
Yes.
Love that show.
Elf.
Favorite.
That's like one of our favorite shows,
Yeah.
Christmas shows. You know, there's that part where they think he's a Christmas gram, right? And so I thought, you know, those are so fun. People, musicians can get involved with stuff like that. Well, then I thought, well, you know what? I've always, at all my shows, I always try to make up songs on the fly. I'll be like, you know, sweet tea in the house. Come on, everybody, sweet tea. You know, on the fly, you know, like, Roger's got a cool show on a Friday night. Yeah, but, you know, whatever it is, I'll always throw those kind of grooves in. And I, you know, as long as you can rhyme, you just find a rhyme and people love it, like when it's live. So I thought, well, you know what? What I'll do is I'll have people, if they want to send a special gift, a songwriting, I call it a songwriting gift, but it'd be, you know, they contact me personally, they PM me, and they say, hey, I got my daughter, she's 9 years old, and I have them fill out a questionnaire, and just certain things that give me idea for songs, and then I would take rhymes from that, and I created a song. So I only mentioned it one time in early December, and automatically I got five gifts, you know.
Wow.
And it was just kind of like, oh my God. So all of a sudden I felt the pressure. I was able to do them. I was real happy with them. Like after they weren't a surprise, after they were given, I started playing on my Happy Half Hour show. So
Cool.
So you can witness it, but it's always something, you know, Valentine's is coming out. So,
Right.
you know, don't say
Great
anything,
idea.
Roger, but your wife right there, close your ears.
Yeah.
Special gift.
I've got your website written down, Dave. Everybody else should too. Hire this guy. Let's put him to work. He's awesome.
There you go. Well, I'll do the song real quick if we have time. It's called Tennessee,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I've been holding back with the harmonicas.
Oh, cool.
So let me see. I think. So I'll break these out, and for some reason. Whenever I play these, people like the harmonica. I was never passionate about harmonicas, but a friend of mine left a harness in my apartment back in the 90s. I was living in Highland Terrace in the Fort Sanders in Knoxville, and he left it there, and I had one harmonica. I think he left a G harmonica, and I picked it up, and I was like, I started messing with it. But now, so I use it on my show, just selectively, you know.
It was meant to be.
That's fun.
Yeah. Tennessee lives inside me. No matter where I roam, where I'll be. Tennessee, deep inside me. Proudly carry a torch from Tennessee. from the hills of Bordeaux to the sounds of the Bureau, to the beautiful sunrise in the Knoxville sky. There was a boy stared out his window near the Cumberland River Castle. He would fly Tennessee, deep inside of me. No matter where I roam, or who I meet. Oh, all of the good people in every country street, from the Memphis skyline to the Chattanooga Rock and the Bristol Smiles. Tennessee lives inside of me. No matter where I go or where I'll be, Tennessee, deep inside of me. Proudly carry a torch from Tennessee.
Dave Landeo, live on Friday Night Unmasked. Awesome.
Thank you
Hey,
so
got a
much.
quick
Thank
question
you.
for you, Dave.
Yes,
Is your
sir.
lovely wife holding your phone tonight?
She is not.
I was going to say if she is, she's doing a great job. She's
Yeah.
good.
It's a tripod.
Okay, all right. We just want to make sure that if she was, we wanted to thank her.
Oh yeah, she's listening downstairs.
Okay, all
With some
right.
prosecco.
Do you still have your Christmas decorations up, Dave?
We do, yeah, downstairs
Oh.
when we were talking. Yes, you could tell the people.
Cool.
We have trees all over the place. I just took some outdoor lights down this week, but it's a process with the Landeo.
Mhm.
When we connected yesterday, your house looked beautiful. How many Christmas trees do you have in your house?
Oh, thank you. Well, downstairs there's 4, no 5 if you include the mud room, and then in the office, and then the living room, and the kitchen, and then the dining room.
Your wife,
Wow.
Christy,
And
says,
then,
I wish
yeah.
I could take credit for holding the phone. She just
Yeah.
commented on Facebook there. That's awesome. You celebrate Christmas like that. You got time for one more for us tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. So I wrote myself little notes, one thing that I wanted to mention that I thought was really cool that as far as projects is that so during the beginning of COVID, when I did the shows, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go out on location, and it was always by myself. So every now and then I have my buddy Jeremy join me, or sometimes Christy would, my wife Christy, and then but usually just the tripod, the phone, and my guitar, no amplifier, nothing like that. So at one point I thought, you know what, let's write a song for the people that were watching. So I'd have a dry erase board, and I would sit there. I would do my show, then I call it the Swift songwriting session, and then we would just brainstorm. And it was the funnest thing. I think we did about 10 or 11 these and songs. And they're on my Facebook. You'd have to dig deep. I'm going to get organized and so people can see it. But I would literally, like, you would say, hey, a song about Margarita, Michelle's dog. And then you put that, I'd write it down, Michelle's dog. And then what rhymes with dog? Oh, hog, or whatever. But usually the themes were up to the people. I'd be at the beach and they'd go, oh, like drinking margaritas or what, and so it actually became just a really fun fun thing. And it was all spontaneous. And we
That's
came up,
fun.
I mean, and I say we because it was the people. I mean, I would just scroll by and say, hey, this girl says that guy says this. And they give me lines, and they would be really cool lines. I write it down, and I literally would be like, well, I'm sitting right here on a Friday night, pick a guitar with my friends, something like that, And Sweet Tea's like it because she's bobbing her head.
Yeah.
Can you write a song called Tennessee, 2 time zones, 1 family?
Oh, hey, that would be a good song. That's a good song title.
Hey, Dave, maybe we could do this one night on Friday Night Unmasked.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. We could do that. And actually, when the weather gets, when the sun sets a little later and it's pretty outside, anytime, because if you do it at 7 o'clock, it gets real pretty.
Yeah.
Around March. Yeah, February, March. But we could definitely, anytime you want to do it, I'll take you out on the beach.
And we'll pop for the board the magic markers for you. We'll pay for that for you.
Oh, yes. There you go.
It's a deal.
It's a deal. Let's do it. So this was a song Michele Silva liked a long time ago, and she actually used it on a station that she was working on back in the day. And I said, she goes, "Can I use your song, Something Good?" And I think that was the name of the segment. So Something Good is the name of the song. And I know Michelle's, I see her little square there, but she's not there. She's getting ready to go out tonight.
Yes, she is. She said she had to go clean up, get in the shower, so she's probably just set it to the ceiling or something,
So this is called Something Good. It's just a song that when I was playing it on the Strip back in the 90s and like post Peyton Manning years, I was playing O'Charlie's and then Charlie Peppers. There were, people would come up and they say, "Hey man, play something good," and I was like, "Okay," and then the next gig, "Hey man, play something good," which they probably meant could be anywhere, Rocky Top or everything.
Yeah.
Something like that. So I wrote a song purposely called Something Good. So as soon as they said play something good, I'd be like, "Something good, yeah, yeah, yeah. Something good, yeah, yeah, yeah." Marston walks up with rum on his breath. It's been a long, hard weekend. They work on half the death. So he says, please play me something good, yeah, yeah, yeah. Something good, yeah, yeah, yeah. A bridesmaid next Saturday says her girlfriend's got one last night. She's had a long, long engagement and she wants to end it right. So let her get up and sing with you. Something good, yeah, yeah, yeah. Something good, yeah, yeah, yeah. Something bad, no, blame it, something good. Check it out now. Big time, that's what I'm looking for. Here with my good friend Hippie Joe. Reverend Jim got something to say. Gonna see the light one of these days. Back in the corner sits Ashley, banging on the table with an ashtray. Her chance, may we throw down with a little bit of Motown. Hey, play me something from Tommy or Yanni, or better yet some Don Giovanni. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Step right up, order from my menu. Once again, I can't remember the name of this menu. I won't throw too much overload on that. Let me get up and sing with you. Something good, yeah, yeah, yeah. Something good, yeah, yeah, yeah. Here we go. Something good, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Dave Landeo live Friday Night Unmasked. Tip him at the tip jar, Venmo, and PayPal. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to bring
Thank you,
everybody
guys.
up here. We're going to see if we can't get everybody back on the screen here, live on the show. No, we don't want to do it that way. We want to. You have to forgive me here. I'm trying to get this up here. We're going to. And I know.
Oh, Michelle's back.
Michelle is.
Kinda.
That was cool.
I need to get rid of that. Don't you love that this is live? There's
There you go.
Ashley, and there's Michelle, and there's Sweet Tea,
Sweet Tea.
and there's our friend Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been a great show. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me be in your Brady Bunch squares.
Hey, it's like the Hollywood Squares, isn't it?
Yeah.
I am posh.
You are.
You've got the biggest square there, Sweet Tea.
Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of hurtful, Roger. That's
You know-
insulting. I don't talk about your big square.
you know, Sweet Tea, when Dave was talking about that awesome T-shirt, #effort, somebody named Teresa Ryder said, I want a Sweet Tea T-shirt. Do you think you could make that happen?
Dave, make it happen.
No.
You write a song.
Talk to Dave.
Sweet tea. We'll
Dave,
do.
it was so good
Fun
seeing you.
stuff.
I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
I know.
Yeah. Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I know.
'Cause I
it
used to
happened.
see you
You
live
look the
all the
same,
time.
Michelle. You look the same. You look the same 20 years ago.
I gotta go do my hair. I have a big night.
Oh, there you go. Axe throwing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, when the bars close at 10, so I gotta go.
Oh.
You got to go.
Yeah.
That's right.
2
Well,
hours.
that's another great point. Please tip Dave if there's somebody you
thank
want
you,
to
guys.
perform. Maybe you know a performer that wants to get out and about, hasn't been able to perform. Please message me on Facebook, Friday Night Unmasked. This is what this is all about. Community. We get to take our masks off. We're virtually social distancing safely. We're having a great time. Ashley, you've got a big smile on your face. What are you thinking about?
Man, I'll tell you, I was loving Dave. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like,
Thank you,
it's like having
Ashley.
y'all to myself in the living room.
Wow. Y'all just
We were watching
It was great. It was great.
Well, you
Thank
guys
Wow.
have a great weekend. We'll catch you next Friday night at 7 o'clock. Friday Night Unmasked. Be kind, love on somebody virtually, and be
Be
safe.
safe.
Be safe. God bless you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching tonight. Bye-bye.
Night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.